Unbelievable bowling. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see an effort at winning that Chevy Beretta this game. For either player.
We've only had one in 30 years. King of bowling. And won $299.
Who could forget that? Riga Kalfas. Wow.
But we would love to give it away. Jeff Weiler would love to give it away.
Bill Tackett would love to give it away, the sales manager.
And this man, Don Waddell, would love to drive it away, Jen.
Oh, boy. No kidding.
278. What a game. In our last match, out of 24 shots, everything fell, but the building, they left 4 10-pins. Between them, Jen, between Lenny and Don, they left 4 10-pins, 1 stone 9, and everything else 10 in a pit. Wow. Pretty impressive.
Very. Once again, we are at Strikes and Spares. Vi Reidner and her brother, Herb Hill. Herb's going to get married to Lisa. Very pretty lady. This summer. All right.
God, I hope we don't get an invite. And you got to go out and buy one of those presents and stuff, you know.
Herb and Lisa.
Of course, with bowlers, you can always give them one of the old balls out of the closet. Don is not here for the fun of it today.
There's Lisa right there in your right-hand corner. Isn't she pretty?
She's got a pole in it. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Pretty. She's gorgeous.
I know. That's what I thought.
And she's marrying who?
Herb Hill, Vi Reidner's brother.
Whew.
Herb's the manager out here, co-owner.
I'll tell you what, Herb...
They do a good job. Brother and sister team out here making this place fantastic, and it's tons of fun, and that's a lot of fun. Sure.
Look at this. Even applause out of his
There's
opponent.
Herb to the right, too. There's Herb. There's the pretty couple.
Yeah.
Just having a little snackaroonie there.
Take a look at this one. This one, we're going to call it a cave-in. We're going to call it a lucky shot. Call it anything you want, but it winds up a strike. It's going to go through the heart of the pin, head pin. Watch it go straight back. Boom, right there. And it just collapses the whole thing in. Domino effect.
Watch this. He says, ah.
Yeah.
Not one of my better ones.
Ick poo, but I'll take it. Yes.
Another great match. Here we go. First 3 for George, and the first 2 for Don.
Both bowlers just is in-your-face bowling. And like you said, Jen, you have no opponent but yourself in the game of bowling.
I think you said that.
But I think I did say that, as a matter of fact. But
You're right,
anyway,
though.
a very wise person said that at one point. But these guys are really just kind of a little bit of mental games with each other. And it's all part of the game. It's sportsmanship. It's gamesmanship.
And it's
Look
competition.
out. Look out. The worst shot he's thrown
All day.
all day is right. And he knew it the minute it left his hand.
I mean, the 3-6-10, not a real great spare to shoot at.
Nope.
Too many ways to miss that one.
And he knows going against George Hensley, any mistake could be a fatal mistake. Flattens the ball out. Nicely done.
Great. Very good effort.
Even pumped up on the spare.
I guess so. Like I said, it's a difficult spare. Well, George Hensley's first 3 in a row. He's still got a shot at taking home that Beretta. Don's going to try and get back on track here.
I'd like to thank the associate producer, Perry Samuels, is in the crowd today. Fine job on bringing the King back to Cincinnati.
Elaine First, also here today. Fine lady.
By his side as we watch the 9-pin go out late. There they are right there.
Elaine and Perry. And Kathy Brocksterman.
She's, yeah.
Head of the BPA secretary.
That's right. We're talking about you, Kathy.
But it's all good.
Boy, that was it's like she was wondering what I was saying. You're a nice lady, Kath. You make all this happen. I like you.
Kathy and, of course, Betty Vogler. Also doing a great job at the BPA.
Both players going a little high.
And that's the same lane he went high on the last time, lane 6. And
Not making the adjustment.
George Hensley, age 25. 2 TV appearances, 4 800 series. Oh, man.
Incredible. I bowled for 30 years, and I've got 1. This guy's been bowling for how long? And
Wow.
has 4? Just shows you the talent of the young people, too, Jennifer, that are around and have been created more or less by shows like King of Bowling and promotional programs by the BPA. Get out your local fun center.
There's some really great, interesting leagues in the summertime, so call your local BPA center and tell them what you want, and I guarantee you they have something that will fit your needs, your time schedule, and everything.
And talking about making a phone call, we'll tell you about that right after this delivery. George Hensley, left lane, crushes the pocket.
Now, if he can just get that lane 6 down, he's going to be in business.
I want you all to listen to Jim Scott on the Big 700 WLW radio tomorrow about 7:20 a.m. when Jim asks for the correct winning score and opponent, the king, in other words, of this game. The correct caller with the correct score is going to win a very nice prize. A couple of his and her bowling balls worth well over $200. Dick Weber, reactive resin, yeah, something like that. Easy for us to say.
I had a lady call me the other day at work, Dave.
Yeah, what?
And say, how do I find out how to win those balls? And I told her to call WLW.
Well, she's first going to watch the show.
Well, she knew that. She was
Okay.
an avid fan.
Okay.
Another avid fan, Jimmy Spencer, sent me a letter and
Okay.
said he's really enjoying the show. We appreciate it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jimmy Spencer.
Our sponsors are getting some mail also. We're getting some mail. 99.9% of it's positive. The other 1%, we're working on it, folks. We're
not perfect.
That's right. We're doing the best we can. But it's 7:20 tomorrow morning. You can win those bowling balls. Watch this reaction. You think he's in this for the fun of it? Nah.
Oh, yeah. He's praying.
That's a serious bowler right there, I'm telling you. That was for a triple.
George Hensley really gets set up.
Trails by 1 at this point.
Got it now, lane 6.
Conquers the lane that had given him a problem before. Let's see what that's going to spell out for him in the 8th frame. You know, everybody keys on the 9th frame, and we do it here also on King of Bowling, but to set up the 8th, to set up the 9th, and to set up the 10th. Not that the first part of the game doesn't mean anything, but you really, it's like the stretch, hitting the last quarter pole at the track for a few of you bowling people that go out there once in a while. Let's see if he's got the left lane tuned in or not. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Intense, intense, intense. Both of these guys really want to win.
Oh, does he want to win? George Hensley, watch this ball. He is going to rip the cover off of it. Stay down, George. He does. Gets through it. Maximum revolutions, maximum extension, and maximum power at the pocket. Does he like it? Yes.
I love it. Bowling competition is just so much fun.
It's exciting. It's fun. Right-hand lane. Don Waddell. Can he answer? Yes, he does.
Oh, that ball kind of rolled down a little too far.
It backed off, but
Yeah.
it rolled through the pocket nicely. And we have a match again. 1 stick, 1 pin separating the 2 players, Jennifer.
What a match. Absolutely awesome bowling.
Brought to you by the BPA, King of TV Bowling, and WCPO, where 9 stands for news in Cincinnati, but on Sunday mornings, WCPO stands for the best bowling in the Midwest and the longest running show in the nation of its kind.
Oh, yep, he was rooting for it.
He knew it.
Trying to tell it what to do. It
Yep.
don't work, does it?
No. Once it leaves your hand, it's you don't have one of those little remote control things to play with. He knew it was going to go high.
Chris Lasita here today from AMF. Always represents them so well.
Yeah, he does.
The
Sure.
Bettinghouse brothers, Jerry and Dan, are out here today.
2 pins. By going high, he leaves the door open for George Hensley. Not happy with his
Little
execution,
aggravated, yeah.
yes.
We know what that feels like, unfortunately.
Takes a lot of people to pull this show off. In the truck, we have Dave Ashbrook directing this, what seems to be sometimes a fiasco of
He's doing a great
people
job.
running everywhere, but he puts together a very nice program. George actually threw the ball excellent. I don't know what went wrong with that other than just maybe too much power, Jennifer.
Yeah, you threw a great shot.
I'd like to thank everybody that puts it together. Dave Palmer in audio, makes sure brings those crashing crowd sounds to you.
And he gives us music in between
Music
breaks.
in between, yeah, it helps us, you know, us simple-minded people stay entertained. Darryl Lawson on camera. I speak for myself, I know.
What a match.
Darryl Lawson, Ron Whitaker, Russ Wolf, Bill Ankenbar, J.K. Smith, Jim Strickler, Jim Hines. Wow, somebody must really like Jim. Greg Hines. Wow, again.
What a guy.
We must have, what's his name back there? Norm Patterson on Chiron, working with my wife. And
Sandy,
Walton, yeah,
also
Sandy.
doing a great job.
Doing a great job with stats. Working
New
with
Productions
one of my
brought it
best
back
friends.
for you.
Well, yeah. New Productions did it with the help of people like Walt Tarpley, who have donated countless hours. And my wife, Sandy, who has, you know, I've been away a lot. Now, for her, that's probably a plus. But it's taken a lot of time and a lot of work to bring it back. But we are back. And we hope to be back in '95. Support our sponsors, support this show, and we will be.
Still have a tight match here. We're going to go right down to the end.
With 2 spares
Tied.
up in the 8th and 9th frame, it's all even. Every pin matters at this point.
Don can get a strike here to get the foundation, and that could be the key to winning this match.
If he gets it here, he controls his own fate. It's there. It's there.
Yes, yes. Boy, he put that one right where he needed it to be.
Well, what can you say about perfection? 9th frame, where you can set up the match to win it, he pulls it off. George Hensley knows that it's out of his hands right now. No need to even watch. If Don Waddell can strike out in the 10th frame, our king will be dethroned. Anything less, George Hensley has a chance. A light
Boy, he really threw it hard.
A little whoop. A little bit too much adrenaline, I believe, Jennifer.
Sometimes that can really work against you. I think it's very important to keep your emotions in check. My mentor, Tim Weisbrod, has always told me that. You can't get too excited.
We have a possibility for a tie, and a tie would mean a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Haven't had one of those in a couple of years.
No, we haven't.
Don bringing back the cross-lane spare nicely. Potential to finish out with 236. George Hensley can also finish with 236 with strike and a spare. Don knows that every pin is incredibly important at this time. Got to have them all. Big, big shot. Bigger than you can realize.
Ooh.
And he leaves the door open.
Bad count. Before we get out of here, I just would like to take a brief moment to say that out here at Strikes and Spares, they have a doubles tournament going on, and it looks pretty interesting. It's every Sunday at 11 and 1 p.m., and the finals is going to be on April 17th. They also have summer leagues forming, and they have a men's scratch division with $1,000 added.
George Hensley's position is this, Jen. 9, spare, 9 will be a winner. Anything less than that, he can be dethroned.
Strike, and what do you do?
If you're gonna want to retain your kingship, you might as well just drive it straight home with a strike. Now, if he spares out here, he needs just any kind of count. 8 to win, 7 would be a tie, but he's got 2 chances to do that. The only way he can mess this up is if he were to throw the big 5 and then miss it. It's the only way. 8 to win. King George rules again, and we'll be back after these messages. Stay with us, folks. Wow, what a match.
High atop the Queen City 7 Hill.
Jennifer, we've got some money and some plaques to hand out.
Yeah, we do. Bud Seibel, Vi Reidner will give out the money today, and also Herb Hill. Thanks, you guys, for hosting. You did a great job. Way to go, Bud.
And once again, King George. Nice title to have, huh? Not bad. A little money for you, too, George. And nice to you, too. Thanks. Join us next week here on BPA King of Bowling.
BPA King of TV Bowling, brought to you by Pepsi, the ultimate taste. Jeff Weiler.